Awesome. Welcome on, everyone. We hope that you've been enjoying these sessions. I know that I've learned and picked up a lot of tips and techniques about LinkedIn. So we are excited that this is our last session to make sure that you guys are good to go. So hopefully by the end of this, you all are experts on LinkedIn. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. Welcome on. All right. So we'll just wait a few more seconds and then we will jump right in to our last and final session of our summer series, Dive into LinkedIn. So this is session 4. If this is your first session, don't worry. We have already recorded sessions 1 through 3, and this session will also be recorded. So we will post it on our department site, which is career.mercy.edu. Awesome. So welcome on, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Dorleen Kerwin, and I am one of the Associate Directors of Career and Professional Development at Mercy College. A lot of you that are on here, we have worked with before, so we welcome you on. We just want to let you know that we are available during the summer, and we anticipate working with you in the fall. If you have questions about your LinkedIn profile and you want to email us offline, you definitely can do that. We'd be more than happy to help you and give you the tools that you need to have a great LinkedIn profile. But today I'm going to get started with our final session, which is leveraging your LinkedIn for job search. So we already know that LinkedIn is a powerful job search tool. There are new reports that up to 95% of recruiters are using LinkedIn to source their talent, and approximately 90% use LinkedIn to initially screen applicants. That means your LinkedIn profile is your first impression. It's also your virtual handshake, and it's also your professional online presence. So it's very important. So we encourage you to dive in to LinkedIn. We know that it's new for a lot of us, but if you are already familiar with it, get more acquainted with LinkedIn. At its heart, LinkedIn is a social media platform that hosts hundreds of millions of professional profiles that have already dived in. And so it's important to position yourself in this searchable database of potential networking and job finding opportunities. The potential is there, but your approach will make all the difference. Not only should you dive in, but you should also be active. Many professionals are on LinkedIn with a profile. However, genuine engagement is key to professional success throughout your career. So it's important that you update your status, that you share your achievements, that you write content even, and make sure that you like and comment on others' posts. And this is what's going to update your feed. A lot of people recommend that you do this daily so that your social media LinkedIn site is frequented by others. In addition to diving in and being active, you also want to be visible. Recruiters are also leveraging LinkedIn to search for new talent. As with any digital platform, how and if you will be found on LinkedIn depends on how searchable your profile is. Like any other searchable databases, LinkedIn runs on algorithm. That simply means that they use keywords, and using the right keywords in your profile is critical to your visibility on LinkedIn. Keywords are the words and phrases found in job descriptions, and they're the words recruiters will take from their job description and use in their LinkedIn searches. So you don't have to worry about recreating the wheel and trying to figure out what keywords the recruiter is using to search for new talent. You could simply find those words in the job description. Now on to the search. That's what everyone's here for, right? In order to search for jobs on LinkedIn, the first thing that we recommend that you do is click on the briefcase icon, which is found in the very top bar, to start your search instead of typing the job title into the search bar. This will give you the most functionality of getting the search done. You want to type in keywords or the job title here. After the initial search, you can use the advanced search features, and this will help you get the best results. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Once you click on that briefcase, it's going to take you to some filters. And so make sure you utilize the filters to get the best result. The filters will give you options like the job type that you're looking for, the location, the experience level, and whether you want to work remote. It'll also categorize by industry, and that can be helpful to find exactly what you want and what you're looking for. Here are some other search tips. Many job boards use Boolean operations with their search engines. So knowing how to use these operations can help narrow your search. It can also help expand your search, and it can also eliminate unwanted results. So what do I mean by that? When you're typing into the search engine, you want to use conjunction words like and you're going to use and between keywords to ask the search engine to pick up any posting with both of the keywords included. You can also use conjunction words like or. So you're going to use or between keywords to ask the search engine to pick up any posting that has either the first keyword or the second keyword. You can also use not. So when you use not, you want to eliminate a keyword, and you're typing all of this into the search engine, right? You can also use parentheses when you are listing multiple or keywords. Now, you can also use quotation marks when searching for an exact phrase. So this quotation marks is very unique because perhaps you saw a job posting and you remember that they use some words, but you don't know exactly where you saw that posting. In the search engine, if you write what you thought you saw in quotations, it will search the entire LinkedIn database to find what you were searching for. Now, LinkedIn has great features. One of them is that you can actually apply directly through LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you can apply on their site using Easy Apply, or it'll lead you to an external link. Just know that when you do Easy Apply, it's best if you include all the optional documents that they request, like cover letters or reference letters. Now, when you're applying, you want to take notice of who is already connected to the employer or who already works there. These connections can be a great resource for an informational interview or to discuss the application process at the company. And who knows, you may even know those persons personally. They could be a family member, a friend, someone that you went to high school or college with, and right there you have made a connection. Now, let's be clear, an informational interview is an informal conversation you can have with someone working in an area of interest to you or a company you are interested in. It is not a job interview, and the object is not to find job openings. However, the benefits include getting firsthand relevant information about the organization that is not always available online, right? It also helps you get tips and inside knowledge about how to prepare for and land your first career position. Now, this conversation may lead to meeting people who may forward the job leads directly to you in the future. And so remember, you are not asking for a job on an informational interview. It's also important that you set up your alerts. And so we mentioned earlier in these sessions that employers are looking for talent. So not only are you looking for jobs, but they're looking for you. So it's important that you set up alerts to get the most up-to-date job postings. You can find the Manage Alert button by clicking on Jobs. These alerts will be set up based on your job search. So you will be able to edit the filters and frequency of the email alerts. You can create multiple alerts to get emails about different types of jobs, and LinkedIn will also suggest jobs for you to apply to based on previous searches that you have done. Make sure that if you get an alert that you apply early to ensure that your application is seen first. Now you want to follow companies, employers, and recruiters. This is also a great way to find out about recruiting events and immediate openings. I'll tell you a quick story. Back in April, when COVID-19 started to spike, New York Presbyterian Hospital put out a post on their LinkedIn looking for nurses and patient technicians. They put out the post on Thursday, and they were doing an all-day recruiting session that Saturday. Now, had we not been connected or following the company, we would have never known. So it's important that you follow companies, follow employers. Even if you follow industry-related companies or thought leaders, regional, national, and international industry organizations, universities, alumni associations, this is how you're going to find out about immediate openings and recruitment events that are usually not put on the company's website. You also want to join groups and professional associations. So joining groups allows recruiters to message or connect with you for free, and vice versa. Find job postings from fellow group members. Check out what's happening in the group before you become a member, right? Like their posts, engage in discussions, and make comments. Thank others for their comments. Join a discussion, start your own discussion, ask a question, share your expertise, or share relevant articles to the group. And that's a great way to network. And so our final thoughts for you today before we go into Q&A is to utilize the summary at the top of your profile to provide a clear picture of what you are looking for, who you want to meet, and realistic timing for starting a job. Tailor your profile to the types of positions that you are pursuing. Remember, the employers are using keywords. So maybe you want to put some of those keywords in your profile from the job description. Just a thought. Make sure to include the skills that appear in the skills section of the application that interest you. Expose yourself to new connections and conversations. Make sure your contact information, or at least your email, is public. And use the new tool, which is called Open to Work, on your profile settings. This was added as a response to COVID, and it will help employers see you want to work right away. All right, folks, that's our presentation for today. Again, this will be available on our site, career.mercy.edu. And the other presentations that happened within the past 3 weeks will also be available on our site. So we want to open this time up for some question and answers. We have a few career professionals on the line. We have Sam, and we have Samantha, and we have Joy, and we also have Gina working the background. All right, so any questions?
I was actually wondering something, Dorleen. In terms of setting up the alerts, would you mind walking us through how that works, since I actually haven't done that before myself?
Sure.
So I don't mean to put you on the spot with opening your LinkedIn, but I would love a tutorial on how to go about that.
Absolutely. I'm going to share that with you right now. So here's my LinkedIn. And if anyone is looking for their first contact person, I don't mind being that too. All right, so remember, we're going to the briefcase, which is at the top bar. I may have to close down some, please. All right, so here, once you click on the briefcase, it's going to open up the job search portal. All right, there's another bar here. There's Save Jobs, Apply Jobs, and the third option is Job Alerts. So you're going to click on Job Alerts. Okay, and I actually have a few already here. Let's clean that up. All right, so you're going to open up the Get Job Recommendations. Okay, and then you can type in, like we said before, into the search engine the name of a company or an organization. And once you type in that organization, they will have a tab as well for job alerts. So you click on that tab. I'll do that again because I went a little bit fast. Click on the job alert. Right now I had it off, but I'm going to turn it on. And then you can decide whether you want to get weekly or daily job alerts. And you can decide if you want to get them as emails, notifications, or as both email and notification. I'm going to choose email. And then you save it. Now, when opportunities open up, then they will email me some job opportunities. I hope that helps.
That was very helpful, and it shows the importance of being specific in your search terms like you had talked about, because that's determining what appears in your inbox or you get notifications about. And if you're not specific, then you might not be finding the things that are right for you or that you're looking for.
Right. And I know a lot of us, when we first joined on to LinkedIn, we did get a lot of job offers, but they had nothing to do with what we were looking for, right? And a lot of times it's because in our profile, we use keywords that the employers are looking for. And so they pick up on those keywords and they contact you. So it's important that you use the keywords of the industry that you're in. as well as, pick a job description. Usually they recycle the job descriptions, in my opinion. So pick a job description and use some of the keywords that they use in their job description. Also your title, whatever you put as your title in your profile, they also look for that too. So those are just a few tips. Any others that you may want to share, Sam or Joy or even Gina, from your experience?
I was actually just going to share and say thank you for going into detail about the job search function, how you can type so many different variations of what you're looking for, adding some conjunctions and or, because I think that that was great, because sometimes and students, you might have experienced this, but you get stumped when looking for a job, and we often put in exactly what we're looking for, and we may not get any hits, or it just seems like it's not working. So I encourage all of you to go in and practice with some of the searches, just to see kind of some of the different things that come up. And I think this is just a side note. I think that that's similar to how you can search on like Google and stuff when you're looking for something on Google. So that was very helpful. Thank you.
That's right, Joy. These are definitely tools that sometimes you kind of forget that you have the option to put in and, conjunctions like and or even not. So those are some really good tools that you can use actually in any search engine. If you're doing a Google search, you can use those same conjunctions as well. Any questions from our students, alum, or guests?
Well said, Dorleen. I completely agree. And it definitely changes their industry, but as you can tell, if you've been actively looking for jobs, if, like Joy said, if you're not finding something with one terminology or keyword, then just change it up and you'll see like the changes for the lists that come up to apply to change drastically as well. So, and maybe the job that you think you want may not be necessarily listed as the job or with the job title that you think would be. So just kind of be flexible with that. So, and you're always welcome to schedule an appointment with your career coach to talk about that as well. And that being said, I do want to do a little poll to just make sure to see our audience. Can people see this? I hope so. Just to let us know if you're interested and happy to connect you with a career coach. Just
Yes, I see it.
please read that.
And Darlene, while they're doing the poll, just to recap, you said you can do 2 job alerts. Is it for, one is just for a type of job, like if I'm looking for a nursing role, I'll get all nursing, or I can do specifically for a company like New York Presbyterian. Was that what you were doing?
Yes, so correct. LinkedIn has an overall feature that will send you any RN or nursing positions, and then you can refine that search by going to the actual companies that are in your area or the area that you plan or would like to work in, by going to the company and opting for their alerts as well.
Okay, thank you. That's pretty
great
great.
question.
Yeah.
I had another question about search terms, actually, from a recruiter standpoint. So having key terms in your profile, would you suggest that another way to find those, aside from obviously using the job description, which seems to be the best way, would be to look at profiles of maybe more experienced professionals in the industry, since that's often something I've done, like looking at their skills section or reading the language of even their summary and determining what I should eventually or should now put in mine as well.
Absolutely, Sam. I'm a person who does not believe in recreating the wheel. Use what you've got, and definitely piggyback off of those who have the experience and have gone on before you, right? So that is a great point. I do it as well, using the language and the verbiage of that industry, and where you find that is the people that are actually in the industry and have years of experience and are posting that on their LinkedIn sites.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. Now, I know a few of us have been on all 4 LinkedIn sessions with our career team. So I'd like to know, does everyone have a LinkedIn site? By now you should, but if you don't, we understand. But does everyone have a LinkedIn, their own LinkedIn site or profile? Awesome, Dana. I know Chantel does because I see her on there all the time. We're friends. Awesome. Patrice, Adriana, awesome. Now, feel free to let us know, maybe take advantage of this time. What are some of the things you might need help with in terms of your profile? I know these past 4 weeks, we've gone through a plethora of different ways to enhance your own profile. And I'd be happy to share with you how to do that in real time and show you guys here. Hey, Adriana. So while you guys think of some of the areas that you may need additional help in, I'll just go ahead and show you one of the things that I think is a real great tool that I thought was really good when I was creating my LinkedIn. Let me go to my profile. All right, so everyone, when you create a LinkedIn account, you will have your own URL, your own LinkedIn URL. And a lot of times when you're new, your URL would be your name and probably 100 different digits or additional numbers. I just want to quickly show you how to edit your URL and make it shorter so that you can actually put it on your resume. So this is my URL. I've already changed it, but I'm just going to show you where you'd find that. You'd go to your profile, and to the right, there's a section called Edit Public Profile and URL. You just click on that. Okay? And now it's going to give you an editing pencil. You click on the editing pencil. And I hope you guys are still seeing my screen. Yep. You click on the editing pencil, and now it's not going to change the first part of the domain. That's going to remain forever, constant, right? But you can change it right here, and hopefully if no one else has the same name as you do, if your name is unique like mine, then you won't have a problem. But you can change your name to whatever you'd like it to be. Jane Maverick, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you hit save, and your new URL would be whatever you put in here. So I just wanted to show you guys that quick tip. I think Gina may have covered that before, but I know it is really helpful, especially for those who like to put their LinkedIn information on their resume.
I had another question about the easy in apply method. So does that mean that your profile is used instead of a resume when you apply that way, or is it in addition to, like, would there be a separate spot for a resume as well as including your profile?
So Easy Apply will take information from your LinkedIn profile, not from your resume. So that's why it's important that you add the optional documents that they may ask for, such as your resume and cover letter. I don't know if the feature is still on there, but I know there was a feature that LinkedIn had that would create a resume for you. I don't recommend that you use this resume. However, it's really great to see that if you were going to use the Easy Apply, how it would come across to employers. So let me see if I can remember how to do that. I think it's somewhere over here. View your post. You know what? I forgot how to use it. Do any of the coaches know if that feature is still?
The resume writing feature?
Yeah, like it puts everything in resume format for you.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that before, but I have not seen that
in a while, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it lately. So I don't know if it's still on there. So I don't even know where to tell you. But did it come up once before, like when you actually apply to something and then it kind of pulls all the information? I didn't know if there was a button for it. So I don't know if it's on there anymore because I haven't seen it.
So they may have taken it out, but there is a way for them to recreate a resume for you. And I guess once we get it, we can repost it. But once you see how your resume, your LinkedIn resume, I guess you could say, comes across.
Gina said you click more on your profile.
Yes. Thank you, Gina.
Oh,
all right.
Build a resume. Oh.
So you click on build a resume. So this would technically be my LinkedIn resume. As you can see, no pictures, just bare information. And if I'm not mistaken, you can actually download it and make a copy. Now we share that with you. So this is how my LinkedIn resume would look, document-wise. So basically how you, when you apply with the Easy Apply, this is something like what the recruiter would see.
But you're saying you still would want to upload your resume, not this resume, but the resume you build as a separate document if there's a space for that.
Correct. Mainly because not everyone chooses to put bullet points of what they did during their work experience or different things in their educational experience. Maybe you don't want to have this entire summary on your regular resume, but that's just to show you what they're going to see, right?
Thank you. It was so helpful to see that.
Yeah, no problem. All right, any other questions before we close out? I will remind anyone that's on here that is a nursing student, we have a recruitment hour tomorrow with White Glove. And so that information again is on our homepage, career.mercy.edu. But it's a recruitment hour tomorrow, Thursday at 2 o'clock with White Glove Community Care. They are looking for nurses. So feel free to join us. All right, awesome. Well, thank everyone for joining, and I hope these series were helpful. I know that they definitely gave me some new ideas about my own LinkedIn profile, and we look forward to seeing you on LinkedIn. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.